It's Rob!
Tony! And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hey guys, what's going on? Warshack here with the Inn, and yeah, we're gonna knock out this Druid deck that I've been talking about. If you watched our anti-Paladin secret mid-range Hunter deck guide, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We're leaving off exactly where I was with the amount of stars and what rank we are and all that. So this video is literally right after this Hunter deck that we just did. So we'll see if we can pick up those 3 rank wins like we did with the Hunter. If we do 3 ranked wins from here too, that means we've gotten 6 wins in a row at rank 2, which is quite nice. And this deck is probably one of my favorite decks right now, if not my favorite deck to play right now. And this deck seems very, very weird, right? You're looking at the deck list, you're like, what the fuck? Flame Jugglers? Fucking no wild growth? What is this? The biggest card is Dr. Boom. You're playing a Druid deck. Are you on drugs, Rob? I'm not on drugs. This deck is awesome. So, it's really hard to describe this deck in a couple words, so we'll just have to play through it. You'll understand the feel of the deck, and you'll really understand it. So we're gonna coin into the Darnassus. We're gonna do this because if that's the noble sacrifice, if we were to play, like, let's say Saber, which I would have played any other time because we have no 3-drop, and the reason I say we don't have a 3-drop is because the Darnassus gives us an extra, it's like a card with a wild growth attached. So if that's noble sacrifice, which I think it is, like, yeah. If we would have played our Saber, it would have died, because it would have been a 3-2. So we kind of played a card with 3 health. It's just a little bit smarter there. We're going to turn that card into a charge, and we're going to swing in the Knife Juggler. Most of the time, I turn it into a 3-2 with stealth, but like I said, this deck has choices. And we were able to turn it into a charge card, and we killed the Knife Juggler, which was muy importante. And it was really awesome that the Knife Juggler with the Noble Sacrifice did not kill off our Darnassus. That was a very big deal. Hopefully the Juggler hits the 1-1. Wow, that's exactly why this card's in the deck. And we're going to play another Flame Juggler, and hopefully it hits the 1-1 as well. Holy shit, guys. This is the tempo I was talking about. This is why this deck is so fucking awesome. On turn 4, we've got 3 cards on field, and they're 2 3s, so even if he concentrated, it would only kill 1 card. So he's going to bring out the Field of Justice of 1/1s. We're at 4 mana, which isn't a big deal. If we were at 5 mana, it wouldn't have made a huge deal either. So we're going to passive. We're going to kill one of these guys. I think we're going to Panther, give our guys +1/+1 each. And I probably swing for face. I think it might have been best to kill the 1/1s, though, just to get them off the field. Yep, Competitive Spirit. Fuck, that's the one secret I didn't want that to be, because now they're 2/2s, and we have to deal with those. And he also can kill off one of our guys now, because he has 2/2/2s. If we would have just killed him off the bat, his Competitive Spirit would have never hit. And he's going to draw 2 cards with Divine Favor, which really isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, right now we would have 2 3/3s, and he'd have a 2/2 on the field, but instead we've got 1 3/4. So we're going to deal 2 damage to that, and we're going to kill off the mini bot with our creature here. The reason I did that is because the Divine Shield is really annoying, and I'm not sure if he's running the Paladin deck with the Blessing of Kings, and if he has a 6/6 with Divine Shield, it's pretty hard to get past, or to ignore, that is. And if you have any questions about this deck list on the right here, feel free to ask those in the comment section below. I'm sure this deck is a little bit not a little bit confusing, it is confusing. So we're gonna go with, we have to kill this 5/6 Secret Keeper. There's no way. When he plays all those secrets with his 6/6 drop, that thing's going to get huge. So we definitely need to swipe it. I'm not going to waste a Force of Nature on just that 1 card. We're going to swing into it, we're going to passive, and we're going to swing directly with our Shredder and our hero. And the reason I probably should have made my Saber just a charge card and killed it off and kept our Flame Juggler, but I like to keep the Saber because the Force of Nature Savage Roar combo is nice, but it also works very well when you can Savage Roar this card, because when you turn it into a charge, it turns into a 5/2 or 5/1, that is. So we're in a bit of a sticky situation here because if we make this card invisible, it's just going to get killed by the bomb. So I think we should just Mark of the Wild that card, swing for face, swing for face. Hopefully next turn he doesn't play a taunt, and we should have victory. Yeah, because we have Force of Nature. So as long as he doesn't play a taunt, which I know he doesn't have, so as long as he doesn't play Tyrion, If he's playing Dr. Boom, that probably tells me he's playing Tyrion because he's playing the later game secret deck. There's two versions of the Paladin. Fucking A, he played Tyrion. God damn it. Holy shit. We just got fucking Doomsayer. That was the luckiest thing ever. Holy shit. He's probably so upset. That's why he didn't even end his turn yet. He's just sitting there like, fucking A. The smart play would have been to wait to play the Tyrion, swing into the Shredder with your Dr. Boom just to make sure it's not a Doomsayer, because you don't want to lose your 6/6 with taunt. But if he wouldn't have played it till after the Doomsayer, he would have lost anyway. But he doesn't know that. So just a smarter play, kill the Shredder before you play cards, guys. But holy shit, we win next turn now. That is so unfortunate for him. Oh my god. What a win, guys. What a fucking win. Normally, our wins aren't that lucky. Normally, our wins are pretty straight up. By turn about 6 to 8, we win due to the Force of Nature, Savage Roar combo, or just one or the other. I've won plenty of games just because Savage Roar, and we've won this one because of the Force of Nature. They don't always have to pair together. It's just a nice sport. And also, key, Savage Roar, Savage Roar, and Force of Nature, 9 mana combo, 14 damage. 14 damage, 9 mana combo. And that's without any other cards on the field. So just always know, 14 damage, Savage Roar, Force of Nature, 14 damage. Because doing a bunch of math in a turn, you know, you'll rope yourself out, and then you'll be stressing, you'll make a mistake. Just remember, 14 damage, 9 mana. So we're going to keep one swipe because we're playing against Paladin. It's kind of annoying now that we're playing our Druid deck and we're going against 2 Paladins in a row. But when we play our Hunter deck built to fucking wreck Paladins, we play none. We play none. None. We play none. Fucking A. So we're going to summon 2/1/1 Groots. Living Roots is probably my favorite card, period. The card is just so cool. If you have an Azure Drake, it's a 3 damage card for 1 mana. And if not, you summon Groots. Look at these things. They're fucking adorable. How do you not like this card? How do you not like that card? So we're gonna it's either Flame Juggler, kill off the 1/1, or play the Darnassus. I think the Darnassus is a better play now because we can play a 5-drop next turn if we draw one. So we'll kill off a Groot. Unfortunately, that guy has to die. I love my Groots, but this is what they were there for. So we paid 1 mana for 2 1/1s. He paid 2 mana for 1/1/1, and we killed it. And this is exactly why we have Swipe. This is the point of why we have Swipe. And we play, instead of having to coin, oh shit, we can play Dr. Boom, but I think Swipe's a better play here. Because if he has Quartermaster, even though he didn't have coin, so even if he had, yeah, I guess a Dr. Boom would have been better that turn. Because there's no way for him to Quartermaster it, because he doesn't have coin. Murloc Knight, he's going to end his turn. Okay, yeah, it was better to Dr. Boom. Okay, so we'll innervate Dr. Boom and swing for 2. So now he gets to use his passive, and we'll see what kind of Murloc he gets. Hopefully it's not like a charge one. So, what would be worst case? Equality. That'd be pretty bad. Knife Juggler. Another muster for battle. Nope, just the reinforce. Alright. Hopefully it'll kill a Boombot, and that Boombot will kill the Knife Juggler and or the Murloc Knight. Alright, Murloc Knight's gonna live. Boombot, please kill something worthy. Alright, killing the 1/1. Not really what I wanted you to do there, buddy. Okay, so we'll swing into the Murloc Knight with our Boombot. Hopefully it kills it. If not, our passive will. Okay, well, 4 damage to the face. Can't argue with that. So our passive is going to have to kill this Murloc Knight. We could Flame Juggler and try to hit it, which I think is a pretty good choice. So Flame Juggler, please don't let me down, boy. Alright, never mind. Fucking A. Alright, well, we're going to coin into another Flame Juggler. Alright, you got two cards you can hit Flame Juggler. Hit one of the 1 HPs. Are you fucking kidding me, Flame Juggler? You had one fucking job, man. God damn it, Flame Juggler. You have one job, and you fail. Alright, we're going to swing face with the 7-drop and end our turn. Unfortunately, I really wanted to kill at least one more of his cards, because leaving 6 damage on the field with 1 health, he can easily kill Dr. Boom, and he still has 6 cards in hand, or actually 7 cards, no, 6 cards in hand, I was right. And we only have 2, and none of them are creatures. and an Innervate, which doesn't really help at all. Like, period. Like, none. I guess if we draw a Force of Nature, we could Innervate and then Mark of the Wild, one of the 2/2s would charge. That would be game. So if we draw a Force of Nature, we win. If he doesn't play a taunt, he doesn't heal. And he also can't play any more creatures. Alright, well, it'd be a mistake for him to swing face. I'll tell you that right now. He needs to kill creatures. Yeah, because all we have to do, we just kill off his 2 taunts with our Flame Jugglers. Oh my fucking god, if this guy goes face, he's so ballsy. Oh, mistakes were made. That is exactly why you don't do that. He knows they have 2 health, and he knows this guy does 7 damage, and he knows I have a passive. How did he expect this to turn out? Did he just, like, even if I just swung in the face with 7 and used my passive, it was game over. I didn't even have to Mark of the Wild. What is this guy doing? That's a legend player for you guys. Missed lethal completely. Alright, missed not catching lethal on himself. Alright, come on, dude. How do you not see that coming? Alright, sweet. So we are 1 game away from being rank 1, which is really, really cool. And we'll see if we can hit that. So going into this next game, I just don't want to play another Paladin, to be completely honest. I just don't want to go against another Paladin. Hunter. Alright, I can deal with the Hunter. He's still a legend player, 2,661. We can do it. Flame Juggler is a really nice card to have on turn 1. So is Shredder. So is Power of the Wild. I think I'm gonna keep this hand. Because on turn 2 we can play Shredder. Oh, actually we have coin too. We can play turn 1 Shredder. I'm feeling a turn 1 Shredder, turn 2 Flame Juggler, turn 3 give my cards +1/+1. That's what I see in this hand. And like I said, this deck, there's a lot of things you can do. There's tons of variety. We could have done a plethora of things on turn 1. We could have done nothing. We could have coined into playing a 3/2 Panther. We could have played Flame Juggler. We can turn 1 Shredder, which is like literally the old turn 1 Yeti. To the old turn 1 Chill 1 Yeti. I remember that. Or the turn, what is it? Double Innervate Coin. And then turn 2. Yeah, the turn 2 Dr. Boom. That's a fun one. How do you come back from a turn 2 Dr. Boom? I mean, I guess if you have Big Game Hunter in your hand and it's turn 3, you get to kill it. Oh, that would really suck. Yeah, Big Game Hunter would be the only way to kill it. Polymorph, you have to wait. I guess Hex is a 3-drop. So I guess Hex would do it too. So Hex or Big Game Hunter. Anyways, we're going to kill off his 4/4 with taunt. We still get a 3/2. We're gonna, I'm feeling give him +1/+1 each, because if he plays the Knife Juggler, which I see him doing, they'll live. To kill the spider, not to kill the spider, to make it a 3/2, to not make it a 3/2. These are the choices you have to ask yourself with this deck. Because we can passive and kill 1 spider, or we can, there's 3 options here, and one of them's better, obviously better, and I'm thinking give these guys +1/+1 is their best option. Making them pretty, not valuable, but making them decent creatures. I mean, a 4/3 is our, or 4/3 was our Shredder, and a 3/4 is just really annoying to get past. So he turned this into a 3/3, which is going to kill off our 4/3. He's going to summon 2 1/1s, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so hopefully it kills, yeah, we're gonna kill off, I think, I don't know, we can play Shredder and kill off the 4/3. Or we can kill off the 4/3 Flame Juggler and passive. But I think bringing down a decent creature is best here. I don't think playing it, his turn 5 probably will consist of like a ping and a weapon. I don't know. A weapon and a trap? I don't know. We're just gonna play the Shredder. I think the Shredder's a safe play. I think not having a big creature out's a problem. And then right now we can kill the 4/3, which I think is the best play here, or kill a 1/1. And the next turn he'll probably swing. I mean, he's a hunter, so he probably just swing face with the 4/3. And this deck has no heal, so I think killing it off is our best option here. So right now, he has to react to the Shredder. So he has to Abusive Sergeant, which I don't think he's running. Play a weapon, which he probably has. Okay. Or 4/2 with charge. Oh, another 4/4 with taunt. Fuck, dude. That's the second one of those. He's gonna Iron Beak the Shredder, so now it doesn't give us that extra creature, and he's gonna swing for... okay, so a swipe with this situation would be so fantastic if we had a swipe, but we don't. Maybe we can top deck the swipe. That would be freaking awesome. Alright, the living roots. I can deal with that. Okay, so we'll play this. We'll see if it kills something off. It does. That was kind of a mistake. Actually, not really, because our options were to we could have passive killed off a spider, and that would have been a higher chance for our flame juggler to kill off the 2/1. But then if our flame juggler wouldn't have hit anything, I don't know. I just feel like it gave our flame juggler a higher chance to hit a creature, and I don't mind taking 1 extra damage to kill the 2/1. Because flame juggler hitting face was a big deal right there. It needed to kill a creature, and the reason we didn't living roots either is because Call the Hounds. So we're gonna draw 1. Now we're gonna living roots because we have a Savage Roar in our hand. So this is automatically 10 damage, just counting the +2 from the Savage Roar, and calculating the cards on the field. That would be 18 damage if we Savage Roar, not including passive with an extra 1. So we have 19 damage right now, just from the Savage Roar, and that's why the living roots is so fucking awesome. Is because you get to summon these roots, and even if let's say you turn 1 living roots. Then you play turn 2 Darnassus, and they have, let's say, like a 2 or 3 health creature, and he did have the Call on the Hounds, and that's exactly why I didn't want to Groots. But we had the Savage Roar, so that's why I did. So he's gonna kill off our Azure Drake. Groots down, Groots down. He's gonna completely kill our field and end his turn, which is fine with me because now we're just gonna Savage Combatant and throw down our 3/4. We could have passive and swing for 3, but as I said, field control, very important, guys. You have to remember the field is how you win with this deck. Our creatures from turn 1 all the way to turn 5, or turn 7 for that matter, outvalue most other creatures. Having 2 3s and 3 4s and like 5 4s, they're strong creatures, and it's really tough for your opponent to kind of beat that. So from here, I wish we had 1 more mana because it would be game, but it's not. So now we have to make trades that are kind of worthwhile. So remember when you have the Savage Combatant out, that makes your passive the 3 damage. We made a mistake there. We could have saved ourselves 1 health because we're going to have to kill off that Direwolf. So we should have killed the Direwolf first and then passive and swung into that card. And we're going to throw down the Darnassus. So guys, that was a really newbie mistake I just made. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, it was only 1 extra damage, but I mean, 1 extra damage is 1 extra damage we could have saved. So we'd be at 20 health instead of 19. Okay, so I'm assuming one of those is a Frozen Trap and the other one's a Bear Trap, because that's what everybody's playing now. They see Bear Trap, like, oh boy, new traps, we have to play them. So we can only guess that, actually, it could be an Explosive Trap, that'd be pretty bad too. But if it's... we have Savage Roar, Force of Nature combo in our hand. So I do not want to Savage Roar with the cards on field, and I don't want to play Force of Nature first. So let's see what those traps are. Let's check it out. Actually, if it's a Bear Trap, yeah, never mind. This is the best way, because one of those is a Bear Trap, we won't have lethal. So next turn is lethal. So we're setting up lethal right now. So that's an Explosive Trap, which we expected. And the other one's a Bear Trap. So we'll swing with our 2/1. Our passive does 3 damage. Not a Bear Trap. So we juked ourselves out. Alright. So next turn is lethal then, guys. That's a Snake Trap. Oh gosh, that was my mistake. If it was a Bear Trap and then we would have waited and then Savage Roar, Force of Nature, we wouldn't have had lethal anymore. So that's why I did that. We would have wasted Force of Nature, Savage Roar not to get lethal, and then we would have just had 1 Savage Roar in our hand, which wouldn't have worked. So now we're going to Force of Nature, Savage Roar for the game over. And that's our 3 game wins with this new Druid deck. Let me know if you have any questions on it, or concerns, or if you can't afford all these cards. I definitely know the Lightbane and Darkbane are really interesting. We didn't really get to see a lot of mechanics with those, and we didn't get to really see the... cool stuff you can do with them. So if you don't have those 2 legendaries, don't really worry about it. You can actually replace those 2 3-drops with a Knife Juggler if you want. Or you can replace them with 2 other strong 3-drops. I think replacing them with 2 other strong 3-drops would be decent, because then you have some 3-drop creatures. But for the most part, this deck is very stable as it is, and you probably shouldn't change a thing, honestly, versus what we're going up against, like Control Warrior and stuff. This deck is very, very cheap. Dr. Boom you should have by now. Force of Nature is an epic. Lothab is a Naxxramas card. I mean, come on. Azure Drake's rare. Savage Combatant's rare. And then those two are the only other two legendaries in the deck. So, I mean, for the most part, this deck is fairly cheap in comparison. It's not, as I said, it's not the cheapest, but in comparison, it's very cheap. So, thank you all for standing by the end and watching our videos. Really appreciate it. And if, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. That's what I'm here for. I don't make these guides for me. I make them for you guys because you find them helpful, and I strive to, you know, so many people are, how do you get past rank 15? I only have all common cards, and I am making this outro a little lengthy, but I think these questions need to be answered. And we actually have all common decks, all common deck guides that took me to rank 10 without really even trying. So if I can hit rank 10 without even trying and playing an all common deck, I mean, that tells you something, right? I mean, you can do it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching the videos. Like I said, I really appreciate it, and happy whatever the hell day it is.